1944, which, I mean, if pilots were, or, folks back then were, or you're saying are basically seeing the things that we're seeing now, what is it, 80 years later, 75 years later?
During the early 1950s, there was a direct order from the United States Air Force to our pilots to shoot these flying saucers down. Here we've got shoot saucers down. Jets ordered in 24-hour alert. This is Cincinnati Enquirer, July 29th, 1952. Other newspaper clippings, and there's hundreds of these. Jets keeping 24-hour alert for saucers. Pilots ordered to down objects if they don't land. On the trail, on the saucer trail, pilots told shoot them down. Jets on 24-hour alert to shoot down saucers. So this would have been the aircraft that they were using at the time. This is an F-94 Starfire that they would be using to try to intercept these craft. And this is what it looks like if you go to the Pima Air and Space Museum in Tucson. You can see off to the left we've got the rocket sections concealed. Over to the right is the Air Force Museum, Dayton, Ohio, where we've got the louvers revealed, showing you where the rockets would come out for an attempted intercept. Now, what would this look like? It would look something like what we see here. This type of an intercept is what they would have been involved in back in the early 1950s. Call went out from the Air Force to our pilots.
And the charcoal briquette comment, everybody always quotes me on that. And the reality is these folks, if they are beings from light years away or wherever, their technology is so incredible that they could have done us, if they can travel light years to visit our little measly planet, then their technology is so superior to anything we've ever seen.
But it's interesting, some of the lawmakers will say, oh, and we need to know, too, if it's possibly, craft developed by China or Russia or one of our adversaries. But if you watch some of these videos, I mean, if China or Russia, have that kind of technology, I mean, that would be crazy. It seems unlikely, don't you think?
Yeah. Do you think that they would have walked over Ukraine and half the world by now? Russia would have, and China would own us.
The first of 3 objects that are still unexplained is shot down by US fighters near the town of Deadhorse in northern Alaska. A second cylindrical object is shot down over Canada's Yukon the next day, February the 11th. And on the 12th, the third, this time octagonal object, was downed over Lake Huron near Michigan. And now, a News Nation exclusive. 3 sources tell me there was an earlier, publicly undisclosed incident over the Arctic Circle on the 1st of February, 3 days before the Chinese balloon shoot-down. These defence and intelligence sources revealing to News Nation 8 or 9 UAPs were detected over the Arctic Circle and that fighter jets were sent up in what was an unsuccessful attempt to intercept them. I just find it amazing that we don't know the answers to what happened in February, and I think the public's got every right to know. Just received this. The Pentagon tracked the Alaska object, confirmed that it was a silver cylindrical UAP and not a balloon. The President, Joe Biden, ordered the shoot done, and multiple assets were involved with the recovery. HC-130, F-16s for cover, and OGA black helicopters. That's a direct quote from somebody who has a source in the Pentagon, and he says that he is 100% certain of this account.